So, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you'll know that besides video games and horror films and stuff, I do tend to go into the world of crime occasionally, and also politics, or rants. Now, this is something I've been thinking about making a video for a while about, but it's the murder of Brianna Ghey, a 16-year-old British girl who was murdered in a premeditated attack by, wow, two absolute cockwombles, whose names, I'm going to say once because Brianna's the one that should be named more, but her killers were Scarlett Jenkinson and Eddie Ratcliffe. They lured Brianna to meet with them on the 11th of February and fatally stabbed her to death. I think the one guy stabbed her about 3 times and the girl stabbed her a whole lot more. They were sentenced to 20 and 22 years, and quite bluntly, they got off very lightly, in my opinion, because they should have been shot into the sun. Now, on the one hand, the girls' reasons for killing were sadistic tendencies and the desire to start a kill streak. She had a whole list, and she'd got about 5 or 6 people she wanted to kill, and she showed this list to the killer lad, and he chose Brianna because she was transgendered. So on his side, at least, it was a hate crime, and it was an absolutely awful thing because they took what seemed to be a wonderful person out of this world, and instead we're left with the 2 of them. Now, nothing but my deepest sympathies for her family and for anyone who knew her, and nothing but disdain and just killers. I do think in the case of the female killer, if it had not been her, it would have been anyone else. And it's just lucky that she was got when she was, because this could have been number 1 of a bunch. But what really irks me is that we live in a world where people latch on to this kind of thing for point scoring. Now, Rishi Sunak essentially made a joke during Prime Minister's Question Time in relation to Brianna and in relation to whether Keir Starmer could tell the difference between a female and a male. Well, I think that is really, really sad. You are the Prime Minister of our country, the UK, England. You represent us, and you should be a figurehead of what to look up to. You should be above reproach. I mean, we obviously know he's not, because like him and his wife pretty much have got money dealings connected to Russia. But let's not talk about what they are, let's talk about what they should be. Your Prime Minister should be somebody to look up to. They should be a morally conscious person with good intentions, good manners, good judgment. But this is where I really, really hate the world of politics, and I'm not going to completely just say one party's evil, and there is far too much in politics where it's not let's try and sell how good we are and what we could do. Let's not just lay out our case and let the people decide whose case sounds the most convincing and who they believe the most. It always comes down to this thing of let's semi-try and sell ourselves, but let's spend even more time crapping on our opponents, our opposition. and it just becomes like poor old man stand up, and usually it's just cringeworthy. But when you do it in the shadow of grieving parents, it is absolutely sick. So I suppose, more than anything, this is a rant. I just want a better world. I want a world where you can be free to be who you are and not be persecuted or harmed for it. And I want a world where the people who lead us do so in good conscience, with pure hearts and minds, and they sell themselves based on who they are and what they can do as an elected representative. I suppose that's all I've got to say, other than rest in peace, Brianna. It's Kerr9000 signing out, saying take care of yourself and each other, enjoy the rest of your day, and try and make the world a better place. Latest, haters.